Hey, Johannes here. Loads of players have been asking for another investment video as they made boatload of gold on the previous one. One example is Greater Stone Shield that went from 1 gold to 13 gold. Cheers to the ones with notifications on and being the first to tune in. As you might have heard, you can transfer your character to Era or TBC, so this will be the video to make the most gold on this. I will have 2 different investment classes today, one for anniversary players and another for Era players. It depends where you will choose to go, Era or TBC. You can decide which one to go for yourself. So it's ultimately up to you, where do you want to make the most investment. You will need gold on Anniversary Edition Classic to make both of these investments. Gems in TBC Anniversary or any gem used for prospecting, you want to dump these on Prepatch. After TBC comes out, they might go up a tiny bit more, but last time that was the highest percentage of gain, so we'll do the same now. When TBC Anniversary is released, you don't want to be sitting on auction house. You want to enjoy the game. So get your gold and get out. Since I went over it in my last video, I will quickly name all of them so we can move on to the juicy stuff. Thorium Ore, Star Ruby, Tiger's Eye, Malachite, Aquamarine, Mos Ajat, Huge Emerald, Small Pearl, Citrine, Jade, Black Pearl, Large Opal and Shadow Gem, and some Heavy Stone. Buy these only at vendor price. Do not take any risk as it is just not needed. Worst case, you vendor them again. Decent case, you sell them at profit. Thorium Ore performed the best last time in 2020 Classic, but let's see, maybe it will be another. So try to spread on them all so you can get the biggest gainer. I believe these materials can go up a ton. It just depends really how much supply is kept away. Next is the Illusion Dust. It went from 5 to 80 silvers already, so I hope you listened to me and bought a ton of it. These will max go to 2 to 3 gold. So depending on your risk, you have 3 options. Sell now when you need the gold, second hold longer, or third buy them if you don't have them yet. If you plan to level enchanting to max, get the max sorted already, so you won't have to buy them at highest prices. You can check a WoW hat guide for that. Elixir of Demon Slaying. This will be great for demons and pumpers will pop them as candies, as they need to use it every 5 minutes. In dungeons and even later raids you can craft them as well with 1 Grom's Blood and 1 Ghost Mushroom. These should go up a ton. I remember buying Ghost Mushrooms back in 2020 and making a very decent profit on them, holding them throughout Classic WoW, the Burning Crusade. The new investments I go over now are for Era. You will have till January 12 to decide if you want to invest into these and then move. You can always buy these on a level 1 and transfer that to Era if you just want to make a bit of gold and teleport the gold from Anniversary to Classic Era. I will share some Giga investments later in the video or when TBC is actually out that you can't afford to miss in this Classic WoW Anniversary Edition. But before we do that, let's go over the Classic WoW Era investments that you can buy now. If you're too late, then this will not suffice, so invest in a timely fashion. Some of these might drop when people transfer over though, but long term the price should go up, so you can either sell them after you transfer your character or just keep them for a long time. Frost Oil or the mats for it. Many need this on Era GDKP for AK40 to put on their weapons for visitors. These are 10 gold on Era at the making of this video, but on Fresh only 80 silver, so that's like more than a 10x. I personally bought I think like 2,000-3,000 of them. Mighty Rage Potion or the mats for it. These are very expensive on Era. I would buy these for 10 gold each or higher on my warriors. They get popped a ton in Era as it is a lot of performance GDKP on that version of the game. So players are motivated to pop them more, just like with other consumables. Classic Anniversary however, they go for only 60 to 80 silver each. So this can also be a clean more than 10x in gold. I also bought a ton of these. Essence of Fire. This is used for loads of enchants. Honestly, I bought 5k of them for 20 to 25 silver on the Classic Anniversary WoW during BBL and AK40. They are already at 1 to 3 gold on Fresh now. I have sold some, but keeping a ton to copy to Era as I had to pay between 20 and 70 gold for 1 on Era to enchant my Horde Mage with Fire Gloves and 30 spell power weapon. Before we go over the next investments, if you'd like to join us for TBC Spine Shatter Alliance or play Classic WoW Era with us, the links are down below. We are looking for Shamans and also a few other classes and are planning to do many rosters on release. This might be a bit of a weird one, but Edge Masters. These are selling for 6,000 gold on Era, but on Classic WoW Anniversary they are only 200 to 300 gold. They might have spiked up by now though. I myself bought 25 to 30, but keep in mind, you are transferring a lot of Anniversary gold to Era, so definitely make the decision if you want to do that. I mean, if you buy them for 200-300 on Fresh and sell them for 4,000-6,000 gold on Era, it seems like a good trade. All the non-human warriors need them and orcs that want to tank with swords. The reason they never went up in Classic Anniversary Edition is because everyone got rank 14 and rolled human, so no reason to buy it, even if you would have won an axe from NAF. Back in the day in Classic, it was hard to get rank 14, so there were warriors that were human that went for edge masters anyway to get like some axes from Onyxia or from NAF. The next up in the list is Greater Frost Protection Potion. Just like with Frost Oil, these are extremely cheap, about 80 silver to 1 gold. I sold majority of mine at 4 to 6 gold each in the Classic WoW Anniversary Phase 6 update just before it launched. I kept a few to use and I kept about 100 or so to sell later, but they went down sadly, so I ended up selling them at 2 gold, which was still a profit. Like I bought them at 50 silver, so that's okay. These are around 8 to 10 gold each on Era, so I already bought 5,000 of them to copy over, as why not. Quick 10x, and if they even go down on Era, they will get mass used again with many raids there. These are used weekly on Saf and Kel'Thuzad bosses in Nax, and will be forever needed in Era. Even if you don't profit right away, you can just hold them for years, and eventually the supply will dry up, right? Next up is Sliverblade and Hammer of Northern Wind. These weapons are used in AQ40 on Visitors to get frost stacks on the boss. Every raid that's a bit competitive will mandatory these on Warriors, Hunters and Rogues. If they do not have this, you just wipe on the boss and do not deal enough frost damage. Usually Warriors go Hammer as they are human, but it is unique, so you need the Dagger too. Dagger Rogues get the Sliverblade as they have 300 skill already. You can also farm 2 of them in RFD, but the thing is, people are lazy, they just want to buy and continue. These are really expensive on Era right now, but only 15 gold each on the Classic WoW Anniversary servers. I bought these back at 10 gold and sold them around 80 before the AQ40 phase released. I personally bought a ton of these and I plan to just copy them over and see what happens, it's not much risk. Worst case, you can disenchant them still. Grom's Blood. Mentioned previously already, I know, in the Anniversary Classic WoW part of this video, but these are used for Titan Flasks, which everyone will use during the GDKP raids on Classic Era. These are very expensive on Era, between 3 and 4 gold each, but on Anniversary, they are between 20 and 40 silver. You can still get rid of these in TBC because they're still used in TBC as well, so there's not much risk to it. Pristine Black Diamond. These sell on Classic WoW Era a lot, between 5 and 15 gold. On Anniversaries, these are just a few silver and seems like a no-brainer to me. These are used for enchants during Classic, for head and legs, and may be used in the Burning Crusade as well, as many need to farm rep before better enchants become available. Next up is AQ20 books, and you might be thinking to yourself, AQ20 books? Buy them before TBC? What is this, Johannes? Are you crazy? Well, no, there's some thinking behind it, of course. Any AQ20 books that you feel are worth on Era and BIS can be a good investment. These you can buy between 10 and 20 gold, and you can always vendor them anyway for 10 gold. So worst case, you lose 5 to 10 gold a book, and best case, you can sell these for hundreds of golds on Era. Things like Aspect of the Hog or any other book that you find interesting, you can just compare the prices right now, Era and Anniversary. Last part before I talk about the juicy TBC investments is twink items. Gear like Shadowfang. Honestly, any twinking items in Classic WoW. These you could transfer over as well. I won't go over every twinking item here, but you can do some research and see what is cheap on the Classic WoW Anniversary instead of Classic Era. Next, I will actually show you a few investments that are really insane for when TBC is actually out. Scroll of Agility 5 and Scroll of Strength 5. These scrolls will both go for a few gold to over 10 gold each, like last time in TBC. Stock up to use or to invest. Even the other scrolls can also go up. I didn't do it last time and I won't miss it this time. Sadly, in 2020, I was buying these for absurd prices because I was using them for consumables. I didn't know about them, but now I do and I'm sharing it with you. Nightmare Seed. These at the start are really just used for tanks or as health pots instead of dark runes. Not great really, but later during Sunwell it is mandatory for everyone to use. Even on Black Temple it is used non-stop as tanks use it as an extra cooldown that I as a raid leader call out. So buy these at the start, then sell them during Sunwell or Black Temple. Long hold for sure. I bought these at 1 gold, then sold them at 15, but they ended up going to 30 or 40 gold or something. So I kind of sold too early, but hey, profit is profit, right? So you can decide, do you want more TBC Anniversary Gold or Classic WoW Era Gold? Some of these will dump once copies hit, but holding them for a long while will ensure prices go up. It is kind of like you swapped your gold over. I can say I'm prepared, but are you? I myself have been buying stuff up for an entire year and have been very vocal on the arrival of copies or transfers anywhere in my raids and YouTube. Now I'm honestly in phase 6, you'll still have some time as I did majority of my purchases right now. If you like this video, I'm sure you will like this one. Have a nice TBC release. Links are down below. I'll see you in the next one.